Okay, what the fuck? What the fucks? It's no bueno. Okay, and we're up. This is premium dating advice. Whatever you do and say will be held against you in the court of law. You have the right to remain silent. Okay. If you're watching this, you've paid for salvation. Pretty much what this is. So, Apple. Start with Apple. Okay. I don't know what's playing. If we take a look at here, Apple, 20 years. First to make a computer, probably second. We're at 2000 and so 2 cents, so it's sitting at a penny until 3x, 3x, and then a 3x for 2008. So that keeps going up. Looks pretty standard for a business that can't fail. Keyword can't fail. We're gonna be sticking with that keyword for a second. Remember that word. Keep it in your brain. We'll be going through all of this soon. Alright, actually, let's just do INTC, which is Intel. Which is Intel. Intel, information, things, and its computers. Actually, Apple's direct competitor. So it's trading for a higher, very volatile. Meaning it's at 16 one day, the other day it's at 30. Why? Because somebody wanted to make money, and they did. So a lot of people are making money trading this stock. If there's a lot of people making money trading a big stock, it's safe to assume that it's not going to fail. But it projects failure. Why does it project failure? Well, Apple, fucking 300 going up. This stayed the same, but you still make money doing both. Apple a little bit longer because you would have had to invest 30. Same thing though, $17. Yeah. For the same exact business, completely different chart. Why? No reason. Zero reason. There's no reason to anything. Lots of employees, plenty of business, plenty of computers, plenty of what is it? I could never think of it. Use cases? I don't know. Maybe everything? Maybe it will replace everyone. Yeah, but this seems way too high. And actually it's gonna keep dropping to $3. Yep. So this was supposed to prove this exercise that no matter what business you're in, shit's gonna look different. Shit's gonna look different because you gotta keep it moving, type shit. Type shit, type shit, type shit. Okay. So we got Apple stock. We got Intel. Both are technological housing. They hold the technology and more primitive technology, which is, i.e., housing, the most primitive shit. Shelter. They shelter the information. Think of yourself as information in your house. Investing in a house is very low right now. Why? Because it's been out for 20 years. The world has been out, I would say, a little bit longer than that. And now we have a new type of computer, right? Remember, we saw Apple trading at 50 cents, less than $1 for a few years, and then 20 years later, it exploded. The thing with that is Apple was the pioneer. Same way America was the pioneer. It's all historical. You could tie anything to a historical thing, and if it... America was the first to have a gay-ass president. After you have a gay-ass president, it's really like you have gay-ass people running the country, and they're kind of faggots. And they like gatekeeping. And this is how you gatekeep from those faggots' fans. Because the faggots have a plethora of fans. And if they seen this go zoop, or if it started zoop, zoop. This is quantum, by the way. Rigetti computing. I know we're all over the place, and I don't care. So we're up 10 bands. I just wanna... No, it didn't. Why is it fucking around? Or anyway, if we look at this, it's up 80% in the month. 3 months, 80. Year, 40. 5 years down. Goes up every year. Every 6-month cycle, actually. So it's following the market of, oh, this company has so much money invested in it, it can't fail. Let's go into another company that has the same thing. Another quantum company. Quantum is basically putting a human inside of a glorified prison, light show prison. This is just looking at fucking light, and that cools it down so it doesn't escape, and that is supposed to be useful. So if you could, it sounds like magic. If magic, there's not a world where magic is not viable as a means to, like, you, in order to create magic, you would have to have so much fucking money and and time and just nothing to fucking be so fucking bored. But it's failing. These companies are failing. They're going under, right? They're not gonna go up. They can only go down from here. 159. I would say buy this at, if it hits 5 cents, I would buy. Let's go over here. Let's do a Chinese stock. Chinese graphs have slightly differing versions than the Jews. The Jews looks like a typical exponential growth and then it stops, and then I don't know, they fucking kill another Jewish person. They kill their own kind, and they kind of get unpopular. But they keep going up. If all the Jewish people like that particular Jew, if not, forget him. He doesn't deserve his own religion. Tencent is basically Amazon. It has the same pattern, but it dropped. Why did it drop? Some people want to make some more fucking money. They know that can't fail. Everyone's invested in that. Fiverr. Freelancing. People are going to be freelancing. This is a bull graph. Lots of behavior and then nothing. Everyone's holding or nobody's buying. Why? Because they're waiting. They're waiting for something. They're not waiting. They're not waiting 20 years. Alright? Can't wait 20 more years to figure this shit out. It's either today or, I don't know. What's next year? 11/11/2025? Or then. Whatever. Freelancing is good though, because once all the banks get replaced, the people in the banks, every supermarket, every retail store will just be a robot going into a back of a storage system, fucking sliding it out onto some sort of conveyor belt, and then it will end up in your lap. And then it will eventually be a drone to your house. That is the truth. And so you have to invest in the truth. Or you can fight it. I don't give a fuck, but that's up to you. I'm giving financial advice. This looks good. It's not gonna fail. It can't fail. Why? Because people are buying it at fucking 200. Some retarded Jews bought this stupid shit at $200. Why? Who the fuck is using Fiverr? YouTubers? YouTube is the predecessor to television, and television is the predecessor to newspaper. Those systems were used for at least 50 years each. Sectionally, as we move up in history. So, I'm a fucking genius. Pretty much. My MacBook is really hot. GoodRx, a business that uses cloud, so doctors, people prescribing prescriptions. Prescribing prescriptions is knowing what a person with it's matching symptoms to common diseases that someone might have. And computers do that infinitely better than people. Why? Because first of all, people will lie to you just so you could fucking get the medication because they want to make money. Or they'll just let you keep coming back, which is unethical if you give a fuck. So all the big ass fucking pharmacies, CVS, they're gonna have a lot of layoffs. They're gonna be using machines to give people medicine. That's hundreds of thousands of dollars per person, because people in the medical field make typically more than people in, I don't know, fucking business. Every business position will be taken over TurboTax, for example, if you just imagine every person that's has a business as a TurboTax advisor or the call support person, because it's not even, there's nobody even doing your taxes, it's just a machine already. The same people checking your credits, all machines. No people. GoodRx. Criminally cheap. Started off as 50. They said, nah, I'm not selling this shit at 50. You know, the people that invested in it, the people that made the fucking company, they didn't sell the shit. If they sold it, or if they just kept it, if they didn't touch it, it'd be straight, it'd be straight until it gets more use, more recognition, more taps. It's really simple shit. You don't gotta overcomplicate this stuff. If anyone's trying to overcomplicate the stock market, they are putting it above them on some sort of pedestal. This shit sucks. ARK, innovative ETF. Tesla, Roku, Coinbase, Roblox, Palantir, Robinhood, CRISPR, Block. So pretty much what I was talking about, the healthcare, communication, financial services. These are companies that are invested in software programs that are ready to integrate mass layoffs of labor, and these will be the top grossing companies revenue wise. Tesla being probably the biggest tech producer in America currently. Xpeng Neo, Chinese competitors. Those are gonna see very big growth. They were created around the same time. See the same chart? This bullshit chart? This chart is showing that around this time there was groups of people that said, "Hey, we're gonna put all our money into this electric car company, and we're gonna make it succeed." And that's what this is. That is the proof of that. My word is, this is the success. And so if you bought it around here, if you were given it because you worked there around here, you could sell it and make, well, 20 times your money. Right? Go to Xpeng. Starting at 42. So it's like you take the success of the provable success of Tesla and you just throw it in the beginning. And then you start off, in what it would be penny stock. And this would be proof of that. Goes up. Why? For no reason. They didn't sell more stock, or they didn't sell any more cars than they did over here. In fact, they probably sold less. And they're gonna have to spend, what they're doing right now is spending a lot of money to make it boom even fucking more, to boom way past this. I mean, this is pussy numbers. Roblox, very good buy. All of these companies cannot fail unless, I don't know, there was nuked. Unless there was a bunch of nukes, these companies will succeed. Why? Because there's it's a monopoly. I can't I can't name the top 20 Nvidia people that I go to like I can with fast food. It's the same shit. This is all food for rich people. This percentage is like your fries, this is your drink, this is your candy, your burger, your fucking ketchup, your mustard. I don't give a fuck. Google. Alright. Now we're getting the picture of bullshit. Now let's hit up an AI company. Nobody's selling this shit. But the company cannot fail. So why is it under? Well, because there's people lying about this stuff. Go to YouTube. Big Bear AI. Yeah, I'm sure. Hey, yeah. This fat bitch, this fat white bitch, this BBW, she knows a lot about fucking technology. I know countless big white women. Intellectual big white women.
Thank you so much for joining
Oh,
me
she's
today.
the
Great to speak with
CEO.
you.
Gold. Absolutely gold. Who's supposed to believe this? Retards, right? Well, okay.
Thank you for
We're
having me.
retarded.
All right, so let's start a little bit at the beginning. What specifically does Big Bear AI do?
It does nothing. She's not going to explain it.
We are
She's going to... A bunch of buzzwords, that descriptive words, because she didn't create it. She doesn't manage anyone. She's a politician for a company that cannot fail.
an AI-powered analytics and decision intelligence company. Our mission is that we help to create clarity for the world's most complex decisions. I think one of the things that's the
Complex decisions. What? Choosing where you want to get food? Look at this fucking background. What are these fucking people deciding? What food they want? Who's gonna fucking protect them from immediate danger? Say you lose like half of your blood. Who's gonna save them in that case? Who provides housing and who provides the means to provide all of that? So your job. And that's a problem. So her business deals with that problem. What the fuck does that mean? Nothing. It means nothing. But she's gonna yap about it for 5 to 10 minutes and make it sound like she knows something.
conception about Big Bear is that we are an emerging or new company. We're not. We've been at this since 1988, providing advanced technologies to autonomous systems, cybersecurity, and supply chains and logistics.
Yeah. I mean, all the rage right now in markets is around generative AI. So when we do talk about AI and what those technologies, capabilities, applications look like at Big Bear, I guess walk me through this moment, this tipping point technologically that we're in.
We are absolutely at a tipping point. I think it can be said in another way, which is that we're going through the fourth industrial revolution.
Saying what I'm saying, but with no merit.
This type of powerful technology is going to be adopted at scale. In our world, right, the vast majority of our customer base is in the federal government. We do a lot of work with the Department of Defense, the intelligence community, but we also work with hundreds of complex enterprises, specifically in manufacturing, distribution, warehouse operations.
Of a multi-million-dollar company. That's at $1. Yeah. Company that's been around since the 80s. That nobody seems to be trading. Very successful company. Nobody's trading? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. But the thing that she sells makes sense? So there's bullshit. And I like cheap bullshit. This is a good stock. Rigetti's another one. It's gonna have a talking head CEO. Probably Indian, stinks a little bit. Alright. So this is our first retard that neither is the talking head of the company, so the fucking chairman. Let's think of the fat white bitch as the shogun. This is the samurai. But he owns nothing. He gets paid on salary monthly to promote or just talk about specific businesses. And he's given a script. He doesn't have any opinions, thoughts. He's really just a soulless hunk of cells together with nothing to really tie anything together except bullshit. Except for the person that pays for it, though that hunk of cells to stay alive.
Some videos give me headaches, and
I thought it was
this is
a
one
dude,
of
so
them.
this
It's
person
because a lot of people in
obviously
quantum computing
might
are
not
going to
even be
be
a
really
person.
offended. But there's part of the quantum computing story that I haven't told
could just be
you,
an AI.
and I think you should know about this. Namely, what do these quantum
That's why white
computing
bitch could be
companies
AI
make
too.
money from? The question of what quantum computing companies make money from has an
Script algorithms. That's all fucking AI is. It's algorithms and making shit faster. It's being efficient. So you're investing in efficiency, which sounds beautiful. Why is it cheap?
answer. They don't make money. If they
They
had
don't answer. The companies don't make any money. That's why the stock is
revenue
so
at
cheap.
all, it's far less than their expenses. In the second quarter of 2022, for example, IMQ reported
Because
about
life's
$11
gonna
million
stay like
revenue,
20
a net loss of
2020
$37.6
for
million.
thousands of years.
D-Wave
It's never
reported a
gonna.
revenue of
It's never gonna
$2.2
progress.
million and a net loss of $17.6 million. Rigetti had a revenue of $3.1 million and a loss of $12.4 million. And those are some of the
Bunch of
most...
hoopla.
So you might say, but research
They don't sell
laboratory for
anything.
intelligence...
They're not Apple. Rigetti's not Apple. They don't sell anything to anyone that has an emotional, where there's someone that can make judgments based off of, is this product gonna help me get some bitches in some sort of way? And Rigetti doesn't help anyone do that right now, but it's generating millions of institutional of investors. My OpenAI account is one for the books, really. If I go through this shit, the fourth wall just absolutely fucking collapses. Yeah, that's gonna be a premium option for our stage 4 members. Fuck you guys. Remember this. Summer 2023. Autumn 2021. Autumn 2022. Those are peak bull dates for bullshit. So it's the tip of the bullshit. And the bullshit's about to get even more stacked because there's retards like me entering the game. This one shit gets fun. Let's go back to Ark. Were we at Ark? Yeah, we were. Fucking Roku. What does Roku do? This is fresh. I've never went to Roku. 450. Why? Because of faggots. Yes, good. So this hoe started going up. COVID. That makes sense. Let's jack up the price because of COVID. People are using Roku. My grandma has a Roku. She fucking loves that shit. She didn't stop using it. Why is Roku going down? Because the faggots, the Roku faggots, whoever created Roku, he wants to milk his dick until somebody joins in and starts lubricating the dick. He wants his dick lubricated. It's a great analogy. AMD. Literally Nvidia but Chinese. Which is just money. Look. Remember the Chinese stock? Start off high. We sell it in the beginning, generate a bunch of money, spend that money into the company, let the company develop, research, sell, get a footing in the game. People are starting to buy. Oh, the products are getting good. Oh, we're making a fake competition with Nvidia to drive up sales. Oh shit, peak COVID and $158. And how long? And who cares? A year later, that shit drops because that shit's gonna go even higher. That shit wouldn't have dropped if niggas knew that shit was... Because it would just keep going up. Because you'd keep getting loser faggot nigga... Not faggots. You'd get lesbians. Think of the lesbian as completing this arch instead of taking a bite out of the dick and forgetting about it. Lesbians are they're gonna keep on investing. And I know I'm gonna have to get a lesbian example so you can have a picture of your mind. And that is the plain bagel. This person and his viewers are considered lesbians. They invest in companies like Apple when they are at its peak. Why? Because they are afraid of living. They're afraid of dying. They're afraid of going outside and maybe a fucking strike of lightning might fucking kill them. So they don't go outside. They invest looking at the window and potentially just checking out a society, maybe turning on Roku and watching whatever the fuck's on Roku. Alright? That's what those people were doing. While Roku was up, AMD was in the shitter. It's gonna keep fucking going up. Why is it gonna keep going up? Because niggas are not gonna go back to castles and fucking jousting. That's why. And if we do, then none of this fucking matters. Whoa. Technology's not gonna go away unless there's a fucking flood. Unless a 100-foot fucking wave wipes out every major city in the world. What? Well, what the fuck are you saying, Alex? What are you saying? That the world's just not gonna end? No. You don't die when you fucking go outside. Alright? So you gotta buy AMD when it's at 64. Because it just fucking goes up. For what reason? For what reason? For no reason. There is no... Remember, Going back to step one, there is no fucking reason. We live in hell, nigga. Hello? Hello? Do I have to have fucking videos of Gaza getting blown up into fucking pieces as a background, as a nihilism meter for you to understand that things happen for reasons beyond the dancing Israelis? There's reason beyond that. And it's killing yourself. You have to kill yourself. Let's watch the plain bagel. What just happened to the Chinese stocks? This guy knows, though. I'm retarded. This guy knows. I know nothing. I'm 30 years old. I don't have a clue. I work at...
Hey everyone, welcome to the Plain Bagel. I'm your host, Richard Coffin. It's been a...
But I've heard crypto is kind of... That's the person watching this video. I've heard crypto. Their first words is to a person when they ask them stocks. Yeah, I've heard of stocks. Have you heard of Bitcoin?
Couple of years since my finance feed on YouTube first informed me of the imminent collapse of China, and while the country and their economy has moved well beyond the initial...
Okay, so China's collapsing. That means people are gonna lose money, right? That means I'm gonna lose money if I put money in the market.
Doomsday deadline of 34 days by a couple of years
AMD,
now,
boom.
it's pretty clear to see that the country has had a tough go recently. Ever since their intense lockdowns during the pandemic, they haven't managed to experience the sort of rebound that many other countries did. And with China still grappling with the real estate crisis and falling property prices, sentiment has been pretty negative. So with all that and seemingly overdue for the predictions of YouTube to unfold, you might be shocked to hear that over the last few weeks, China's stock market became one of the best performing markets of 2024.
So what the fuck is he talking about? The imminent collapse of China, and then 90 global equity gouges tracked by Bloomberg. What the fuck is he talking about? Nothing. You can't feasibly think of these concepts without questioning, is China behind the boom in technology? And they are, because they have 5 times the amount of people, and people are energy, and you're gonna have to put all those fuckers on welfare when they're not making this shit. Or maybe they're only making shit and they're just gonna be consuming the shit after. It's nice. It's a nice little cycle. But don't invest in China stocks, right? What was he talking about? Exactly. But so how is he coming to these conclusions of fucking fact? He's not coming to any conclusions. He's given a script. This is a... Bloomberg sends him a fucking article. It goes through an algorithm in ChatGPT. And now you have essentially a politician yapping to people. And people like that. People watch politics. And people watch all the news. What is that shit? It's nothing. It's pretending like you have fucking power. Pretending like someone gives a fuck that you have one vote. In stocks, you have multiple votes. So, you have to protect that power structure.
Not just any rising
Plain Bagel is the knight in shining armor of that power structure, of maintaining order among retards. Because if retards start investing in the stock market, if everyone started investing in the stock market, everyone would make money, first of all. But Jewish people don't like that. They killed that nigga Jesus. Why? Because that nigga was a real ass hustler. Rest in peace, my nigga Jesus. He was trying to take down the fucking system. They said no. And Plain Bagel would be the betrayer. He's like at the feast which is the stock market, which is going to be this fucking massive boom. And this guy's telling people that have zero clue that, oh yeah, I have a clue, and I'm not going to tell you my clue. In fact, I'm just going to stick my ass in your face, and you're going to inhale my shit, and you're going to like it. And that's why this video has 8,000 likes and probably a few retards. Investing in stocks is planting a tree for your future. With patience, it will bear fruit. What the fuck does that mean, Plain Bagel?
Single-day rally for Chinese stocks since 2008, with the CSI 300 Blue Chip Index and the Shanghai Composite Index both rising over 8% over a single day, and both of them 30% from trough.
Mom, I'm doing my
This
is business.
It seems that sentiment in the space has completely
Fucking
flipped, with
working.
the green indicator of the Shanghai Composite Index
This is
rising to its
fucking
highest
work.
point
My
since
brain.
2015 this past Monday. And as
It's
you'd
fucking
expect, that
thinking, it's
performance has
moving.
drawn a lot of attention back to Chinese markets.
Nope.
Chinese stocks have been in a pretty bad
Chinese
run the last
stocks.
few years, given some of the factors we mentioned earlier. But this latest rally has driven such unprecedented demand into the stock market, specifically from domestic investors, that we've actually seen domestic brokers running overtime and running into technical issues, given the amount of accounts being opened.
Again, that's some people's level of fucking vision of depiction of China is, oh yeah, these fuckers eat dogs. Are they selling dog? Am I gonna buy cat stock? Am I gonna buy bat stock? Am I investing in the stock that's gonna fucking generate trillions of dollars because everyone's gonna have to use this one medication created by Bill Gates, who's a fucking retard? Look at this shit. Yemen's Houthis rebels have released footage. This is a Call of Duty fucking trailer. They're mapping shit for the fucking ray tracing. This shit, that's what they're doing. It would probably, it's gonna make them more money. It's gonna make the game look fucking good. Because this is real time sun tracing. It's getting the real time shadows. This nigga has a fucking GoPro. I love getting sidetracked because you can go down these rabbit holes of looking at Yemen and it's gonna be mud huts. And these fuckers have access to fucking heavy artillery and helicopters. These fucking, if you have a helicopter in Yemen, you don't live in fucking Yemen. You go to fucking Mexico and you make some use out of that fucking helicopter fucking delivering drugs. Not this stupid fucking drama shit. This is deadass airsoft. Who is this convincing? It's not convincing them. It's not the Houthis are not fucking, who the fuck are the Houthis? This is an ad to fucking get a Carnival cruise ship in the fucking Mediterranean. Look at the water. That's all this video made me fucking think of. Which segues to my main point. Carnival? Criminally low. Have you seen a Carnival cruise ship? It looks like a fucking, it looks like a version of Earth hovering above Earth. And it's $22. It's at fucking $22. What type of shit? You know how many fat people? It's Wall-E predicted this shit 20 years ago. And it's fucking dirt cheap. Why? Because there's faggots, retards, and lesbians in this fucking bitch. And we have to prevail. Brethren, Soul Guzzler Army, we have to prevail.
So what's going on? The Communist Party of China, or Politburo for short.
The fucking Chinese are giving their people money to spend it, to give it back to the same people who gave it to them at a discount. So they're making even more money. And they're going to keep doing that, and that's the cycle.
They got markets revenue by vowing to deploy.
So that's your revenue source, all right? And so let's go to a Chinese ETF. CNYA, BlackRock, Vanguard, any real estate, financial services, fintech. It's all included in this bitch. It's at fucking $22. Let's go to Vanguard. Let's compare to Vanguard. It's the same thing as Vanguard, but worse. Fuck Vanguard. We're doing BlackRock. Fuck BlackRock. We're doing the S&P 500. I really hate these ETFs. What is an ETF? Yes, let's click on that. Let's learn. Vanguard S&P 500 ETF, $500. What was the Chinese one? Too low. Not at 500. Chinese one was fucking over here. All right. Back in 2010. That's where the Chinese are. That's what we're supposed to believe. They're 10 years behind the greatest country in the world. Let me show you the greatest Japanese invention since gunpowder. It's this hoe. The Tesla killer, nigga. Xpeng. Oh, do you want the Xpeng? Oh, the Xpeng. I like the Xpeng. Oh, the Xpeng. That's a name you want to say all the time. You look at the street. You're just, wow. Why is X the only thing? It's a drug, nigga. Look at the X. That's feeling right to your dome. You know what feeling right to your dome is? Stealing this cheap ass stocks from fucking rich douchebags that have shitty taste in women. These niggas date the ugliest fucking woman who don't tell them no. They just keep turning more gay and gay until the fucking world collapses on itself, and you're Hitler. And you're Hitler. So that's what happens. I'm sorry. I don't want to bring up Hitler. That's fucked up. Stay on page. There we go. So let's look at this one. Let's look at my credibility first, okay? I'm a highly credible nigga. I would say around here is when I first got a clue. Right here. It was right here. I got a clue. You lose some money. And then that idea begins to blossom into steps of wealth. Look at that. Beautiful shit. Yeah. It's meaningless though. It has no meaning. Let's go to Unity. Right? People like video games, and you can see the fucking progression of video games from 2004 Crisis to what's the best looking game? My asshole. No. Cyberpunk 2020.
Why is this hoe at $20? That game is fucking good as fuck. That game
It's fucking good as fuck. I've played it over 5 times and I don't get sick of it. And I know everybody else has similar opinions about Cyberpunk. And Cyberpunk it runs on the Unity software. So this hoe's about to go up. Because there's really 3 services for software and creating games that look good. And that's Roblox, Unity, My Asshole, and Unreal Engine 5. Unreal Engine 5 is Chinese. It's Chinese, and they're holding it under Tencent. Same kind of shit. If we started around here, we would say that see the same graph for Unity and Unreal, which this basically is. You got Hun Teng Ma. How is a company going to fail if their leader is Hu Teng Ma? From the Guangdong district of Shenzhen. It can't. That's right, it can't. This bitch has fintech, online advertising, services. It can jerk you off in fucking fake jobs for fucking years to come. It'll make you think like you're a part of some fucking system and that if you die tomorrow that the world will collapse. That's what Tencent is. And it's at $50 fucking dollars. This hoe is going to fucking 10,000 tomorrow. In like a year or two, it's gonna hit, realistically, it's gonna hit like $9 million. We're aiming for 9 million.
To put their money into real estate, not only because of restrictions imposed on investing in the country, but also because Chinese stocks have proven pretty volatile in the past.
Pretty volatile in the past. Yes, in the 1600s when the fucking citizens of China were getting fucking poisoned by the US because they're too fucking coked up. That's the last time China's been fucking volatile. They don't do drugs anymore. In fact, they don't do anything. They go to home from work and then they go back to work, and you could maybe fuck somebody at break time at the job, but good luck. You only have an hour of total of breaks and you're working for 19 hours a day, 6 times a week. The only day you get is Sunday to praise Jesus Christ and buy your Xpeng with your hard work. That's all there is to China.
Wondering if this will reflect a long.
That's the truth. And this guy's just gonna fucking lie to you because he hates you and doesn't want you to succeed in life. It's just fucked up.
In the stock market within China.
If it were up to me, if this guy was sitting in front of my hand, I would squeeze his blood vessels and prevent him from getting oxygen to his brain. Because he's a cunt, and I don't like that. I don't like cunts.
The whole rally of the market drawing a lot of attention elsewhere from outside the country.
Yeah, elsewhere.
With many money managers seemingly
money's going somewhere else, and
back
it's not in your
into
pocket,
stocks
fucker, so don't invest.
after the
That's what he's saying. Let's go back to RB. RB1. Javier Howard, Leonard Fournette visit Bengals. Bengals hosting veteran RB Leonard Fournette for a workout. I have Miami this week. Now we're just going to go through all my positions. And we're going to go through why I hold that position. Apple. Because I have a fucking MacBook Pro Max
M4 chip with 46 gigabytes of RAM. That's why I have Apple. My ARC. Just look at this, huh? $11,000 today, all right? That's why I'm invested in ARC. We're up 6% for no reason. Of course, the market is super volatile. We're in the longest bull run. It's about to end. We're entering a bear market, so sell right now. Go to trade options, which is basically investing. It's how to actually invest in the market. Not that pussy shit where you buy something that's spending money. This is not spending money. This is investing. Alright, so we click on this shit. We do 500, which is around what I have. And then go fucking, I don't know, over here. Click this shit just so we could see what it looks like when it fucking skyrockets. Because what? Tesla's not going to go to $1,000. People are going to stop buying Teslas and they're going to keep getting Harley Davidsons? Yeah. No, yeah. People love their Harley Davidsons. Option stocks, I'd say stick between a cent and $1 for each contract, or each contract, like $500 to $10,000 for 500 contracts. That's gonna get you 50,000 shares. Excuse me. 50,000 shares of a stock, and see if it goes up to $60, you're a millionaire. If it goes up $10, you are a millionaire. All you gotta put in is $2,500. That's, hey. But the market, we're entering a bar. It's lots of. I'm not a financial advisor. If you put your money in this, you will most likely lose it. Why? Because you're retarded. Because you're a fucking idiot. Big Bear AI. Let's actually say something this time. You're right. Data-driven decision dominance and advanced analytics that provide its customers with a competitive advantage in a world driven by data that is growing in terms of volume, variety, and velocity. The firm operationalizes artificial intelligence and machine learning at a scale through its end-to-end data analytics platform. Let's take that word and shove it right up her ass. All right. End-to-end cloud data analytics platform. What does that mean? Does that mean they're printing money? Yes. 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 Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Data sources. Amazon. Google. Twitter. Facebook. Smart connectors. And it's just this is money. Just think of this, a dollar. Every time it rotates around itself, it turns into another dollar. Now imagine that dollar as infinite dollars. And imagine that infinite dollars as a number you can make whatever you want. That number is 197, and that hoe is about to be at $900 fucking dollars, baby. That's fucking right! That's fucking right! 900 from $2, nigga. That's the type of shit you're getting on Soul Guzzlers LLC, nigga. We don't fucking play around. We want the SEC in our home, in my asshole, telling me not to. I want them to jizz in my ass tomorrow. I'm gay for them. This shit is too cheap for no reason. Let's check it out another one. Shitty bank. Chinese. It's a Chinese bank, really. And there can only be one. In a world where the bank is the thing that produces money, there can only be one. And that is Shitty Bank. Why? Because it's Chinese. And because I'm fucking up from it, nigga. Because I fucking know. Alright? That's my explanation for that one. CCL. CCL's a good one. I remember that one. Carnival, yep. How could you forget about Carnival? Intel went through that Ion Q. This is another biggie. They do something... Alright, so we're up 4,200 in this one. That's nice. So that's credibility. So that's me less talking. That's what credibility is. It's me shutting the fuck up, nigga. IonQ Incorporated develops and manufactures quantum computers. The firm specializes in quantum computing and quantum information processing. What does that mean? That means they own the thing that's smarter than you. They're the ones pointing the lasers, not you. You don't get paid to point the lasers. You don't get paid for anything. Which is a lie. Because we know where this bitch is going. Don't we? Look at this shit. So, quantum computers. Why is this thing spiking? Because somebody made it spike. Well, sorry. Sorry for spoiling that. If you guys were confused. Why is it $9 and then goes to $20? Because my dick is large, nigga. $10. And then it goes down to $7. And then it goes back up. And then it goes to the fucking moon. Alright? IQ, don't buy that one. That one's mine. JD.com. This is the Chinese equivalent to also Amazon. I think China has 4 Amazons. And they're all equally dog shit because the Chinese people don't have good taste. Yes. The Chinese people buy flip-flops that have fucking... No, that's what we do. We buy fucking shark flip. We buy shark flip-flops on JD.com. This is why JD.com is going to $1,000. Because in society, it's normal to wear shitty-ass shark flip-flops. Yes. Not Yeezy slides. You get your shitty fucking shark flip-flops. Those look good. They're really... Those are going to be in fashion or in style for fucking 10 years, at least. Congrats, guys. $40. Going to 800. This is a great one. This is a fucking beautiful one. Roundhill Ball Metaverse. If you love video games, you will love this one. Roblox, baby. C1 Galaxy Ethereum ETF. Apple. Facebook. Nvidia. Unity. Taiwan Semiconducting Manufacturing. Oh yeah, but we're going to war with China over... Yeah. So don't invest in Taiwan because it's going to be nuked. Yeah. That's what you're supposed to believe if you don't want to... If you're not investing in Taiwan Semiconducting, alright? This hoe's going to fucking hover around $13,000 for at least 10 years. CEO Che Chi doesn't exist. He's probably artificially created. Alright? Don't tell the Chinese I told you that. They'll hang me. Another quantum stock that's criminally low. D-Wave. We up in this hub. D-Wave. 4 strategies. Just remember, I went above $1 on this one. That was me. That was a little slow of me. But hey, you live and you learn. That's what the geniuses say. You live, you learn. You live, you learn, and then you go back to a Dodgers game. No, yes, they are fun. Baseball games are fun, guys. I love knowing the outcome of who's gonna come out on top. AI. This one's pretty fucking self-explanatory. It starts at so some retard bought this shit at $126 a pop. This hoe is now at 28. The people that, first of all, created this shit, it's below what they would have been given. I'm making this shit up, I don't care, but say they were given $1,000 worth of fucking, so you're getting 10 shares of the shitty company you work at. Your boss didn't give you that shit to be so it could be thrown away. You didn't go to school for 10 years just to make $100,000 and get your job taken away by a robot. No. You went to school for 10 years to make $100 million so then you can check out knowing that you won't get replaced. That's what these fuckers are doing. And $10. You can take their money. Yes, you can take their money from them. Remember, they're the ones with the if there was some sort of morality that somebody's supposed to give a fuck about. It's not my job, it is their job, and that's somebody's job. And then there's multiple jobs. That means money. Multiple jobs means multiple money. Multiple money means you put your money in that hoe in an option, and you let that bitch appreciate. That's what that means. And I'm not simplifying any of this shit because one word, retard. One word. One word, that's all you have to remember. I'm retarded, baby. I'm retarded. I'm just throwing money in this I'm fueling it. Throw your hundreds in this shit. What else are you gonna do with it? Buy some more prostitutes? Why do that? Why would you get more prostitutes? Having sex doesn't even feel good. Having sex fucking sucks. Fission reactors, bud. Fission reactors. You know how much it costs to fucking learn what a fission reactor is? You have to go back to when Jesus got fucking stoned by his gay friend, that is Jesus. By the way, it was created by a dirty Jewish person who had a fanfic about getting raped by his master. And that's the Book of Enoch. Nano dimension, nigga. Nano. That means small. I think that means small. This hoe was trading at 80 for years. My nigga, for years. Some fucking retard at Goldman Sachs bought this shit at $79. He sold it at $95. He sold half of it at $95. He thought that shit was fucking fire and he was gonna let it ride. Fuck no. Down the shitter. Why? Because it's not time. Because it's not time for the bull run. That's what. $2 this hoe. Why? $1.65 in 2020. Business must have sucked for those guys. Man. I couldn't imagine working there. They were probably fearing their fucking job and their livelihood, man. Everyone quit. Everyone quit their job in 2020. And then they hired some new guys. And so that raised the price, right? 30%. 30%? No, not 30%. 13%. It raised it 13%. And then those guys, they started slacking. So production in the company started going down. And yeah, so now we're at the $2 because production's not at its high, so they have to get new. Yeah. Anyways, this bitch is literally headquartered in Israel. I don't know if anyone knows this, but Israelis own money. Okay? And when you own money, you probably put that money into more money. Or you buy more hookers. That's right. The Jewish people, they're selling all their assets of nano dimension because their jobs are fake and they're not real engineers and they're not going to make anything. Nuclear reactors don't exist and your life is a lie. Don't buy this shit. XPeng. I know we went through them, but this is my favorite company to invest in. It's the Ford of 1880. I mean, do I have to fucking... I probably sound like the shittiest broken record player, just repeating XPeng, 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 XPeng. But really, you have to open your eyes to XPeng. And look at its interior. That's real leather. From calf skin. They kill baby cows for this shit. At least 4 of them. How much do baby cows cost? You have to do all this math to figure out the profit margins for the business structure in order to invest in stocks, or else you're just basing shit off your penis and when it gets hard. And my penis only gets hard for leather interiors with self-automated driving and free replacement batteries. Yes, you heard that correct. Free replacement batteries. Fuck a Toyota. $10,000 for a new battery. When you can just get a $20,000 car and get a free battery replacement. Man, if I was a fucking mother, that sounds like heaven. That sounds like I'm just gonna let my daughter go to school and get addicted to looking at Kai Cenat. That's really what they're having to deal with, a bunch of Kai Cenat personalities in middle school, these girls. The fuck does that do to your head? Makes you want to buy an XPeng, yeah. Because you can't drive anymore. Your frontal lobe is cooked, nigga. You can't walk. Your motor functions are fucked. You're gonna crash the car. You gotta hand the reins to AI. And we're gonna see these hoes every fucking where. Does Toyota have an EV? Let's search up Toyota EV. I'll tell you why Toyota doesn't have a banging EV. It's because they're invested in XPeng. Toyota has big plans of creating an EV-only platform. Yeah. No, yeah, that'll be really relevant in 30 years. Psh. February 22, 2023. So literally an XPeng clone. Free battery, $42,000 for an XPeng clone. Who's buying this shit? It doesn't have leather in the interior. It has fucking cloth interior, shitty self-automation. It's Japanese. Japanese people have smaller dicks than Chinese people, and that's a fucking proven fact. And if you want to disagree with me, go on literally any Chinese porn account. They have the same size penis as Americans. Let's move on. Dear God, Knack. Fuck me. I don't want to talk about Knack till I get my facts straight, because this is really important. KSM Gold Project. What is KSM? KSM stock. Alright. The Pebble Mine, this is Knack. The Pebble Mine in Bristol Bay, Alaska is proposed to be one of the world's largest mines. Pit. The open pit could be 25 to 4,000 feet deep and 13... So look at this. How do you deviate 2 times of itself in the biggest gold mine? You don't know. Huh? But you do know, because you have an estimate. Billions of toxic waste. You know what I see when I see 2.5 billion tons of toxic waste? I see money. 20 square miles of state land. It's money. Pipelines, money. Gold, money. Copper, money. Big ass mine, money. Big ass? 50 cents for a fucking gold mine? 50 cents for a fucking gold mine. I don't care I'm down 5,000. I don't give a fuck. I will put more. It's down. Get this whole right. This should be your first fucking buy. You could have 1,000 shares of the biggest proposed gold mine in North America. 1,000 shares for under $51. You guys know the biggest gold mine located in North America for under 50 cents? 100 shares. I'm talking to the premium subscribers of Soul Ghosters. 1,000. You put 1,000 in this hut. And when this shit goes to $90, you can't even see what $90 looks like when it goes there. But you can see $1 million. You can see $1 million in a week if you want. This little nigga. No. No. Fission. Nuclear is never going to be viable. You're right.
ये क्या है?
वालेकुम अस्सलाम।
ये इंडिया की क्लास तो नहीं हो सकती, मे बी पाकिस्तान।
वालेकुम अस्सलाम।
यार ये टीचर कैमरा ऑन करेगी यार, भाई दिल खुश हो जाएगा भाई। प्लीज कैमरा ऑन कर लो यार, इधर तो बैठ गया भाई, ले आओ चाय ले आओ, बैठ इधर तो बैठ गया, टीचर को देख के ही जाए। Ma'am, do we need to open our cameras?
Right now you can join your class, then you can open your cameras. Okay.
Yes!
First you join your class.
शुक्र है, इतना एक्साइटेड नहीं हुआ कभी जिंदगी में, मजाक छेड़ के बोल रहा हूँ।
Today is your first day.
Yes, ma'am.
You are here for trial classes or regular classes?
Ma'am, trial. I hope I stay here, bro. Fuck! Please यार, please रहने दो।
लाहौर एक तारीखी शहर इश्तिहार
Should I invest in nuclear? This is what investors need to know. Yeah, the people that don't know if nuclear energy, the thing that produces fucking billion times more energy than a fucking liquid that's made of dead animals. Yes. Why use dead animals when you can use alive fucking atoms?
Well, recent heat waves have put renewed attention on the call for clean energy sources. When discussing the energy transition, electrification, solar, and wind often dominate the conversation. What about nuclear, though? The 3 Mile
No, that
Island
shit
incident
sucks.
in 1979, and then the Chernobyl disaster in 1980.
Chernobyl sucked.
Opinion against nuclear energy, not to mention Fukushima, which really set back.
I don't want to invest
to
in something
bring
that's going to
nuclear
kill
energy back. In Europe, France is the leader in nuclear power and has pushed for it to be recognized as a viable low-carbon source. In Germany, Belgium, and Austria, they're all among countries in opposition. Germany has been moving away from nuclear power ever since.
Yeah, this bitch
that
figured it
2011
out.
Fukushima disaster in Japan. In the U.S., a new nuclear reactor is opening in Georgia for the first time in 30 years.
Georgia? Oh, so they don't have nuclear power? What? Every state has some sort of nuclear facility? What? What? Suck a nigga dick say. What? Okay, low. Your first opportunity to invest in this fucking monopoly, which is energy. Alright? This isn't somebody inventing a fucking hamster wheel that humans fucking run in every day that everyone has to fucking contribute to. It's not a fucking hamster. It's not a car. Oh, we're moving from cars to fucking something that people can't understand? But no, we're doing it for the first time in Georgia. Atlanta, the black people will be the first one to test out this new technology that's never been seen before.
Plans to preserve clean nuclear energy as part
I'm sure
of the
creating
2022 infrastructure bill.
creating
That
fucking
is about
bombs
$6
is not
billion to
researching
keep up facilities
energy.
and maintain jobs.
That
Our
doesn't
next
make
guest
any
published
sense.
a recent note on the future of nuclear energy in a
Killing
low
does.
carbon world. Joining us is Arkady Gavorkian, who is city commodity strategist. This is a really
blowing up-
interesting part
blowing up
of
half
the
the
clean
world
energy
makes sense.
story, Arkady. And there are some new technological developments in nuclear as well.
Developing shit.
Is this are we finally going to see sort of a new moment for
And then-
nuclear energy in the United
we will
States?
have all the money.
Yes,
Genius.
thank you for having me. And this is actually what we argue for. We consider last year, 2022, as a landmark in nuclear energy.
Landmark in
where policies
big
started
ass
catching up,
nuts.
and technological advancements that have been happening in the last decade plus has been coming to the final stages of the design and potentially being connected to the grid by the end of this decade. This is the report or the analysis that we provided is
does it matter if he's a bitch ass nigga? Because I'm fucking
him. And looking at the fission and fusion side of the things. Even though
I'm taking the person that paid him to tell investors to fuck off, and I'm fucking that dude in the ass, and I'm making him come because my dick feels good.
Been debated or anecdotally commonly compared as the energy that we'll see in 20, 30 years away. We think that's the thing of the past, and we think that fusion energy might be also coming for the commercial scalability by the end of next decade, in mid-30s.
Next decade, yeah.
So by when will fusion energy be commercialized?
2 to 1 years.
It's really hard to give a precise kind of estimate, but we think that during the next decade, during the 1930s, that's where.
Am I supposed to pretend like I'm thinking and then say it's hard, or do I just full out say it's hard like I've already done the thinking? John, what the fuck do you think? Why do you think we're doing all of this? You're right. So the ladder? No, you fucking idiot!
Some of the companies would have a potential kind of breakthrough and potential capabilities to bring the fusion energy
Has potential.
And be connected to the grid.
It has potential. Don't invest in
but
this
before fusion, we actually think that
in fact, I'm gonna give you
new developments in nuclear energy on the fission side, mainly SMRs, would be prevailing and would be leading the way and actually starting this decade and potentially being connected to the grid in the different parts of the world, in Western and Eastern Europe, as well as North America, Canada, and United States.
Typically, when you think of these projects, you think of them as very costly, and I don't think of the utility industry, the power business, as super profitable, right? It's steady, right? Dependable, throws off dependable cash flow.
Yes, I do think
is the paradigm going to shift when it comes to nuclear in terms of the profitability of where investors should be looking?
People don't give a fuck.
And I completely agree with you, Julia. The cost structure is still not in favor for SMRs, but there have been several studies, and obviously first of a kind prototypes or designs would be at the same level of the cost structure as large new builds. However, as the scalability comes into play, as more and more reactors come being produced.
That's enough of that shit. I can only take so much in my ass. I can only fuck so many assholes at once. Why are nuclear energy stocks skyrocketing? I don't know. Yeah, Hank
So one of the
Green.
reasons that we don't have more nuclear power plants is because nuclear power plants are very expensive to build. Yeah, like it's basically a coal-fired power plant. It's got all the same stuff. You got to capture the steam, run it through a turbine, and cool down the steam after it goes through the turbine. All that stuff is expensive. But then you also have the added expense of a nuclear reactor. So it's easier to do with a coal-fired power plant because it's easier to burn coal than to run a nuclear power plant. But a lot of the expense is the stuff that any coal-fired power plant has.
But check this out. There are a lot of coal-fired power plants that are currently operating or were recently operating that will not be operating very far into the future.
We don't want to. We're turning them off. They're not good. They suck.
What if you could replace the coal-fired power plant part with a nuclear reactor and use all of the existing stuff and not be releasing any more carbon dioxide in the atmosphere and producing more power?
Well, that's what this company's trying to do. And they say they can do it now. They say they can make any coal-fired power plant a nuclear power plant.
Hank Green sits on his ass
reading his comment section. What the fuck does he know about nuclear energy?
I don't know, but if they could, that would be cool.
That's a
So one of the
comment.
reasons that we don't have more nuclear power plants is because nuclear power plants are very expensive to build. Yeah, like it's basically a coal-fired power plant. It's got all the same stuff. You got to capture the steam, run through a turbine, and cool down the steam after it goes through the turbine. All that stuff is expensive. But then you also got the added expense of a nuclear reactor. So it's easier to do with a coal-fired power plant because it's easier to burn coal than to run a nuclear power plant. But a lot of the
I think we already have a giant
Elon Musk, the fucking goat
the sun that
himself,
shows up
the
every day.
genius.
It converts about 4.5 million tons,
Daddy
4.5 million tons
Elon.
of mass to energy every second, and requires no maintenance. It's amazing. You don't have to refuel it. You don't have to maintain it. It's just there.
It's just there.
So my recommendation for fusion is solar power and batteries.
Solar power and
easily power all of
batteries.
Earth with
Elon, you fucking
with
genius, you did it
photovoltaics.
again. Anyways, there's companies that are able to make these small nuclear powered basically energies, or not energy, batteries, which generates energy, and it's in a fucking shipping container. And what you can do is fucking put those in every fucking city, and now you have clean energy that's basically fucking free. Because all you have to do is research. The real money is researching it, how to fucking actually make the energy, and then fucking deploying it. And we haven't even deployed it yet, and then this shit is cheap as fuck. But keep buying oil, because that's the future. That shit doesn't go away. And it's effective, right? I'm sure Exxon wouldn't pay people to say it's effective. They are not concerned about energy. Energy's useless if you think about it, because we're just hunks of shit that are supposed to be dead either way. So why are we creating things that are contributing to the nobody gives a fuck. Except the people invested in it. Just how you make money. You gotta pin down the retards. Fucking jock them up in your fucking brain. Make a little guy. And pretend like that guy is investing in a bunch of bullshit. And you gotta follow that guy. And that guy is Warren Buffett. So what Soul Guzzlers is, we take Warren Buffett stocks and we copy all his decisions. Every time he sells, we sell that stock, and it does it all automatically, and it's through our AI system. And all you have to do is sign up using your name, email, and your credit score. And your money will just appreciate until you take it out. Don't invest in that system, though. Don't invest in the system that's investing 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 in the system. What the fuck does that mean? Kill yourself. Get a fucking clue. Die, go to heaven, come back down to hell with the fucking clue and help us out. That's what that means. Two Harbors Investments. What is this shit? I'll tell you what. It's bullshit. Lesbians. This would have been prime time for lesbians to fucking thrive, but it's not. Why? You had a couple faggots controlling Two Harbors. The more faggots you have in a stock, the fucking more money you can make. If you're a guy. If you're a girl, stop being a bitch. Switch sides. Realize that pussy is the best thing to eat. It's not dick. You will never be the throat goat. Oracle, the black bitch from the Matrix that tells Neo everything. So information, the most valuable asset on Earth right now. Information. What is Oracle? It's the person that gives someone else information. So it's valuable. Inherently, just by the name. It was in the Matrix. This shit is responsible for the algorithm that controls TikTok, which controls the the culture of humans. Create some fucking stupid ass algorithm to get everyone looking at, I don't know, fucking little kid porn. Everyone's gonna become pedophiles. That's culture. That's everyone listening to Kai Cenat. That nigga's fucking black and retarded. When has anyone given a fuck about black retards in America? Ever in history? Go Martin Luther King Jr. and he was killed by the government. Kai Cenat, I don't know, maybe he might get fucking offed by the Mossad. I'm sure China's not too happy with him making the public, I don't know, too smart or something. Insert literally any sarcastic joke about fucking intelligence. He's black. Black people are loud and funny, and they can convince the crowd that they're loud and funny by laughing at themselves. This shit doubled in a fucking year. This is investing in retarded black people. If you've ever laughed at a shitty joke that a black woman said, a fat black woman, because none of their jokes are funny, they're just projecting their own insecurities, and the way they say it and the way they look, it makes it funny because you can connect their retardation and their ugliness to their insecurity immediately, and you can laugh at it. That algorithm is so fucking valuable. It's gonna keep going up. I don't even know why I'm still talking about this shit. The name was in the fucking Matrix. Need I say more? QuantumScape. This is batteries for some sort of new shitty battery. San Jose. It shouldn't exist. That's what I'm trying to say. So for 3 months, the people that worked there, the 1,000 people that were fucking asking ChatGPT questions to fucking solve some dumbass math equations to figure out how to better optimize lithium batteries, bought thousands of their own stock and made it go up for a few days so they can sell it, generate a bunch more revenue, so they can hire more people to ask even more retarded questions to come up with a product that somebody will give a fuck about. This shit is cheap right now. 505 trade options. Let's see. A cent. You can get this shit for fucking pennies. Put 500 in that. 100K easily. Make your dick grow. Yum yum, get you some. Neo. This shit was also in the Matrix. Xpeng competitor. They make the same cars basically, but they have a supercar, which I am getting, the I think it's called the N9. I was thinking a space blue, kind of like a super dark pearlescent blue with a black undercoat. That shit is money, my nigga. And everyone's gonna fucking want one. They're gonna look at my fucking Neo. They're gonna look, damn, what is Neo? And they search it up, and there's a fucking shitty ass SUV, cheap SUV for $20,000 that they can get. So they can feel like they're driving in my Neo, but it's different. Cause my shit is 1-to-1 space blue option from Ford, and Ford is getting bought out by Neo. Cause Ford doesn't have any good EVs. They've been fucking only producing steam engines, mechanical engines, whatever the fuck. So yeah, they're going bye-bye. Why? Because oil's going bye-bye. Why? Because they just spent all their oil money on something that they can keep fucking reusing till kingdom fucking come. Till Jesus comes down in his fucking silver chariot and fucking blows them to fucking smithereens. I don't know. But Neo does. Neo knows, the creator of the Matrix. This is a very good buy, 6.5. Buying power available? Never mind. I thought I had some money in there. I have 0 cents. It says I have 203. Why is it lying to me? Snow. What is this shit? Snowflake. The same thing as the fucking other AI, but it displays the true value of what it could actually. So the one, yes, the C3, the one that's $25, Big Bear AI, the one that's like $2, is in the same fucking space as Snowflake, which is sitting at fucking hundreds of dollars, and Oracle hundreds of dollars. And there's gonna be, these companies are gonna see more fucking, they're gonna see so much more utilization because everything's gonna be connected to a cloud server that's connected to some sort of fucking IP address that is your home. You're gonna walk into your house using your fucking facial recognized doorbell from fucking Ring. Which is connected to some fucking service that you pay $5 a month for because you don't want anyone else to be able to fucking walk in your home. So you're just gonna pay pennies a year for that shit. And that whole service has to be fucking calculated using computers that are owned by some fucking rich fuck. And that is what Snowflake is. And it's not gonna see less fucking usage. People are gonna put down the phones and start going outside and hiking. Yeah. Real convincing, America. Thank you. We're gonna go outside and start fucking go back to peasant shit and fucking making our own food and providing for ourselves. Yeah. Snowflake. It's going down though. It's not seeing more usage. It's seeing less usage. People are using Snowflake less and less. I would say, as a investor, sell this. Yeah. About 2.2 analysts say sell. I would say the rest of them are smoking crack cocaine. All of them. This is fucking insane. Let's see what the bulls say, which is the people that are supposed to be cheering on this. Snowflake could expand to other multi-cloud data needs. Yeah, right. Because people are gonna what? Use more fucking screens? I don't think so, pal. Pushing spending per customer to greater heights. Yeah.
Good one. Snowflake could move to a subscription model from usage-based model, boosting its monetization of its products. Snowflake could remain the only multi-cloud offering of its kind for much longer than anticipated, yeah. Because analysts had a fucking thermonuclear war on their fucking calendar. And Snowflake was in that parlay. Who is this for? Retards, remember. Migration of existing workloads to the cloud could only occur at slower pace, extending the length of Snowflake's unprofitable years ahead. Snowflake could fail to expand its data sharing network extensively, leaving it vulnerable to competition with larger networks, i.e. Amazon Web, Microsoft, and Oracle. Didn't say Oracle, but didn't say Big Bear either, you know. Big Bear is one of those sneaking up on fucking Snowflake. Yeah, that's. In what world do you have to live in? Because I want to live in that world. It sounds pleasant. Datadog. This is a new one for me. So we're at $35. Four months we 3x. Sure, that makes sense for some reason, and then people are not selling, really. Then it fucking 3x's again. And again, people are not really catching on to the fucking the program, the pattern. Seems to be a pattern. Things that people cannot fucking conceptually grab, which is something I can. I don't know how Olivier Pimel runs Datadog that monitors analytics. So we're looking at numbers. We're investing in a company that looks at numbers. I don't know. That sounds like nothing. If someone were to say that to me, do you want to invest in a company that? Yes. If you can invest in something that sounds like complete baloney, and people are making money off of it, that is God telling you to your face, caressing your cheek, pissing on in your mouth, telling you, you're a retard. You're a retard. 5,200 employees. Probably needs less. But it's probably going to be more soon because they're going to have fucking janitors. And those are going to be the real employees. Until we can replace them with the fucking new Elon bot. But no, we're not using technology. What do the bears say? There is uncertainty around when Datadog will achieve GAAP profitability.
Datadog's product portfolio currently lacks the comprehensiveness of Splunk's platform, leading to lost sales. To go head to head. So the person that wrote this at Morningstar for pennies probably makes $100 a day, is schizophrenic, and they're getting this information from God knows where. Because I'm high as shit, and I can't process any of this. Datadog has focused primarily on small and medium-sized clients. What the fuck is a client of a company that looks at numbers? What's a client that looks at numbers? So the consumer. Consumer's looking at numbers. What are numbers? The fucking photons hitting your fucking light from a screen, a backlit screen. It's all numbers. So Datadog has something to do with that process. And I can't explain that process because I'm fucking retarded. But I know where the retards stay. And that's all that matters. So I guess the people, me, looking at numbers, I'm a small client. There was a lot of more smaller and medium clients in 2023. That's why it jumped. Yeah, that's why it jumped 100%. Because they had more. Because actually they had 2 sales of large customers. They had 2 large clients that year. Oh yeah, our client went up by 4. We have 1 medium, 2 small ones, and a large one. Printing money. Trade options. Cents. It's at fucking pennies. Say go to December. Look at the price history. Go to 5 years. Go to autumn of 2021. Look where it's started to spike up. Well, it started to spike up in summer of 2021. All right, before crypto boom of autumn. All right. Actually, it really started going up the beginning of summer, the end of May, and then it peaked. It peaked around this time, 4 years later, 3 years later. I'm retarded. So it's going to repeat that same cycle. So you're going to want to look at this little, it's going to be a happy face. So we're going to have a bull market, before that a happy face, and then before that a bull market. So we're going to see, we have to go and look at that pattern. So smiley face, little bear market, so we know there's a lot of money invested into it because it went up, because they had a big client. They had one more big client right there. Yeah, that's why it went up. Not because these niggas could fucking change the number from 80 to 100 whenever they fucking feel like it. Whoever's clicking that number. It's a fucking Jewish clan. It's like FaZe Clan, but in reality, it's a few groups of fucking Jewish people, Chinese, and Arabs. And then they use the Japanese as fucking fleshlights. We got a half happy face. So we're right here. Approximately. Because we're kind of flat. In fact, we started to go down a little bit. The trend is slightly low. And then we start to see the happy face form, meaning the trend, it's going to go slightly up. And then after a happy face follows a boner. Nice hard cock. And it's going to, it's going to get really big. It saw a nice fat ass Israeli girl. And that Israeli girl, yep, that's right. The little Palestinian kids. And that's them fucking them. So you have to imagine, how were they supposed to fuck Palestinian kids if their dick isn't hard? You have to get the cock hard. This shit's going to $900 and it's going to stay there. These fuckers can last. If you have like 5 shots of adrenochrome, dude, I know people who have gone fucking 20 rounds, 30 rounds, 40 rounds with 50 different kids off of just 5 shots of adrenochrome. This bitch is going to 900. Look, where are we at? No, we're not right there. We're at August 20 for Datadog. So, in about 1 to 3 months, we should see some big activity with Datadog. Free. That was free. I'm joking. This service is $20 and you know that. Matterport. Household name, really. See the happy face followed by the soft penis. Yep. Or is this the beginning of the testicle? Either one, whatever you want to call it. I don't judge. See right here? Clear indications of a Jewish infested chart. We have a year of exponential growth, followed by a rapid decline because it is not time to send this company to the moon. It's not time yet. We have to wait. It's being shorted down. We're holding these stocks down like little good boys. In good old Sunnyvale, California, Matterport. Operates as a spatial data company that focuses on digitizing and indexing the built world. The firm's products include 3D content platform, Pro 2, 3D camera, 360 cameras, virtual reality, and so it maps. They have the cameras that map the shit for Unreal Engine and Unity. They take pictures of houses so you can go into the metaverse, and when everyone has a fuck ton of money because the economy is gonna fucking boom, the kingdom come. That's what COVID was, is putting everyone's positions in line. So what the fuck was that? Matterport. God damn it! I think my fucking lines are tapped. I just got fucking zapped. I think it's the Chinese. I gotta fucking paint my ceiling blue. Pro tip: paint your ceiling blue. The photons, the wavelength of photons they use for the direct energy weapons, it can't penetrate blue. 2001, 400 employees. I mean, they're creating shit that's so evil that it has to make money. And we're all demons from hell, so what are you gonna do, jerk off all day? They're just gonna get off on that. And then what? Who are the priests gonna fuck then? They're just gonna go on. So we're gonna actually see a decrease in pedophiles. Let's go through weed. So actually, one more energy. This is a biochemicals company. Oh, I like that. Do I have some? No. Be smart right here. Ooh, that bitch is going up. That bitch is on the up and up. Oh, that bitch. Oh. Oh, that bitch on the up and up. Oh, nah. Oh, nah. $10 for 5 cents? Hey, that's what a real nigga likes to say. That's what a real nigga likes to say. Oh, yeah, give me 10 strips of that, huh? Oh, yeah, look at that. $50, 1,000. It turned $50 into 1,000 in a fucking week. I want to kill myself. No other buyers? Go back. Yeah, fuck this asshole shit. There's gonna be one. By the way, Africa. I failed to mention my niggas. So black people are about to be fucking harvested for their lack of infrastructure, and China, the Jewish people of Europe, the Jewish people of America, the Japanese, and some of the Arabs just like having tigers and fucking off. Those are the cool ones. Some of them like being responsible for collapsing the trade centers. They just like that fame. They like that glory. So you can either do one or the other. But those guys are all invested in the infrastructure of Africa, which is broke as fuck. And the infrastructure of the Middle East, which is also broke as fuck. Projects like the Line in Saudi Arabia. Super project because they have fuck you money from Americans paying them to kill their own citizens. Yes. You just have to be a dirt broke sand nigger collecting rocks and you could be the fucking celebrity that which was truly the last cool terrorist. Because now the fucking Houthis, like, nobody gives a fuck about the Houthis. It's hard to compete with Osama bin Laden. The Houthis? I don't think so, pal. Don't think so. War's not profitable anymore. You know what is? Getting black people addicted to porn. Holy shit, black people are gonna be fucking finally. Because really the market for black porn is fucking crazy. So under fucking developed. So underdeveloped. But in order to get addicted them to porn, you have to get them on the PS5s. You're gonna have to come out with the new PS5. It's connected to some quantum program that has some banging ass video games in order to get them on porn. Black people don't want to watch porn unless they're also playing video games. Because black people are dope as fuck. Not black people, but Africans. Let's go to Saudi Arabia. We're getting sidetracked.
So it was fucking sand and like one fucking pyramid. There's like some water. It's crystallized. What the fuck? It looks worse than this. I swear it's mud huts. Their sand is so dry, you just add water to it and it immediately hardens into a structure that you can live in. And it looks like igloos, but it's sand. Anyways, I'm up 20 bands. 23. So, in the time of recording that, I made $100. Wow. I could get food with that. I could buy Black Ops 6. And what did I do? I just had to yell at the Israelis for a few minutes. It's all it takes. So I showed you the Vanguard one. This would have been Vanguard in fucking 1960s. And it's available to you for $30. And the options are even fucking less. Go to December 20 when this hoe is going to boom. You get 100 of this. Wait, that was gonna be. We'll do 500. We'll do 500. You have 35,000. You take 35,000 out the bank. You take $30,000 out the bank. You let this bitch grow for less than a month. $1.6 million. Just yelling at fucking Jewish people. Taking their actions and putting it into words where you feel like you have to go up to Trump and really finish the job. These are all great stocks, by the way. If I have it saved, it's a good stock. I don't save any bad stocks. I don't fuck with that shit. Go to my OPOP section. This is for premium tier members. If you're not a premium tier member, fuck off. We'll get into the weed brands. Alcohol. How fun is jerking off to fucking AI generated bad bitches? How long is that gonna be fun for? Until alcohol before that and alcohol becomes the new norm. Now imagine that before alcohol and weed. And then you add nicotine to the fucking mix, and now you're in for a fucking adventure. Go to Samuel Adams, the fucking absolute Samuel Adams beer stock. $313. In COVID, when everyone was drinking and beating their wife, $1,000. So really, it's just $1,000 when we go back to normal. And that's gonna be weed. And it's gonna act, well, it's not gonna be weed. Weed's gonna be fucking way bigger than that, because it's. I don't want to get emotional, but it is better, and I might start crying. So you are here. Actually, we're so in this fucking stupid, because they have to get this. They have to go through this process, this Diddy process. If you want to sell weed, if you want to invest in weed, which is gonna be 100% profitable. There's zero risk. If you can tell enough retards and convince enough retards to invest in your company, there is no way it could fail. The only way it could fail is if people stop smoking weed. What? Yeah, I'd like to live in that world, yeah. This bitch is at dollars. Every weed stock is at $1. SNDL. $1. Shit was starting at 130. Samuel Adams, nobody drinks that shit. $1,000. So if we go over here, we take this $2.5 option. Get a visual rep. Fuck's sake. Get a calculator. This is what an option is. Times. You would do the price of what you believe the stock will go to. Let's say it goes to 400 for the sake of the argument at the strike price of $7. You would do 400 divided by 7 minus 2 cents. So 7.02 divided by 400. Fuck me in the ass. 0.02. And then you times that by how many contracts you have, or how many shares of contracts plus this or both. So you have 10,000. That's $569,000. And I think that's wrong too. I'm not sure. Oh, you gotta times that, but wait, no. What is it? Times that by? Alright, $56 million. Yes. $56 million. Yes. No, I didn't. No. No, you're retarded. gonna get 69. 69 of Sundial. Let's go back. Let's see what that is. So that's $4,000 in, I don't know, probably tomorrow. It's not really a lot though. See, that's more like it. If you put 80,000. 80,000, so someone put $80,000 into this, into their own company, which people do all the fucking time. They would see 5 million times, I don't know, times 20. Go to the history because somebody did that. Somebody did that right there. They put in that bet. The one that the one I'm hovering over right now. They put actually this much. They put $100,000 into their own business. Why? Because that's a little bit of money. And they know it's gonna succeed. Why? Because they had to suck a Jewish person's dick. Yes, that's why. And they sucked that dick around November 20th. And by the time they were done with the dick, in February, they would have made 10 times their money, which is $50 million off of a $100,000 bet that your company is going to succeed. So if you invested in yourself and your own company, you would... What if you put $1 million? What if your dad gave you a small loan of $1 million? Like fucking good old daddy Trump. Well, now you would have 20 billion. Is that correct? No, not 20. Like 2 billion or 4 billion? Some bullshit. So that's options, and that's what people with actual penises do. Not that lesbian ass shit like fucking Leonardo DiCaprio, that fucking goober. Because first of all, this probably should... $20 for what? They haven't even fucking started making weed. This shit spiked up because they just moved up in the trial process by like 1%. That's their explanation for making the stock go to $20. Oh yeah, nothing. When you see nothing, and when nothing has an impact of billions of dollars, that's green flag should go in your fucking head and start jerking your brain off, telling you to fucking invest. Because that's your health. Invest in your health. So there we go. $70 should turn into 4,000. We could turn that 4,000 into 14,000. That 14,000 could go to 100,000. That 100,000 could go to 20 billion, like we just saw. So, really, none of this shit makes sense. Somebody's profiting off of it, and that dick is my balls. Yes. Yes, that dick is my balls. Yes. Ah, yes. Yeah. was gonna wrap up our first session of dating advice. For our higher tier members, we're gonna go into way more depth than whatever this fucking was. Right? What the? Come on. Are you? Is this a joke? This is a joke because I didn't talk about Steam stock. I didn't talk about the one gaming platform on the biggest platform, which is computers. I didn't talk about that fucking gaming Epic Games. I didn't talk about Epic Games. I didn't talk about Fortnite. I didn't talk about Valve. Because who owns all of that? Why is it smart to invest in video games? Because it captures 100% of the viewer's attention. Movies you can't. But movies is a great investment. Why? Because people are fucking retarded and they like looking at shit and pretending like they got something from it. I got $23,000 in 2 days. I didn't get anything. I've actually been losing my mind. I haven't been gaining any sort of fucking new information. Just fucking benefiting, thinking like a retard. Video game. I like video game. Video game good. People like video game. Video game generate money. It sounds nice. I'm going off sounds. I'm not going off feeling. I'm not going off the fucking market cap of somebody's inputting those fucking numbers and they don't like me. They hate me, in fact. This is Steam. When Unity was, remember, a bunch of bullshit right here. Flat as fuck. I knew this girl in high school named Abigail. No ass, zero tits, the ugliest bitch I probably knew. And she had more curvature than this fucking line. And this is supposed to be Steam. Then it goes up for no reason. Out of nowhere, she got titties. And she thought, you know what, maybe I can talk to Alex. No, you can't, bitch. You're gonna lose all your money. That's this bear market right here. You see that? That is 100 other of me's realizing that this is Abigail. And that, because when you have an Abigail in the wild, it takes a lot of money. It takes a lot of money and power to convince a culture, to convince to get little girls to convince themselves that the most ugly, annoying chick in the district is fucking popular and cool. And that's what... Let's go to the top stocks. Stocks that analyst picks. That's right. This is a faggot chart. What is this? Wait. Why does this kind of look good? I just got that golden touch. Man, I just got that golden touch. What the fuck, man? 9 employees. Owned by a Chinese dude that owns it in New York? That lives in Shanghai? Does sound like a winner. What is all this bullshit? Oh my god. It's what I'm fucking talking about. This is what I'm talking about. This number right here. Guys, don't freak out. Don't freak out. And it hasn't even started. Hasn't started. Nuh-uh, this doesn't count. No. That's a 10% increase. 10 times? A 10x? A 10x and they're still under $1? Trading at 200 plus for over a few years? No, that's normal. No, yeah, this doesn't look suspicious. The fuck? The fuck is this thing? Yeah. I don't know. I don't touch that stuff. I don't touch that stuff. It's very volatile. Anything could happen to it. No, yeah, anything could happen to that stock, yeah. No, it's not gonna go up. 250, yeah, it'll never see 200. It's at a cent. Does that sound nice? Does going, yeah, $250? Nah, I'm not gonna, nah. It's at a cent? Nah. Does that world sound better? Where that, if you had to be that person? Nah. No, I'm kind of retarded. Kind of fucking slow. All you have to do is fucking 50 shares of this, and then that's gonna 10x. So if you put in $5, you can make 50. That's 5 cents every $5. That's 50 cents. Miami, Florida. John H. Ruiz jerking off in Miami, Florida. This is one of those stocks where you just want to get 100,000 shares of. Oh yeah. 10,000. So that's gonna 10x to 100, which then can 10x to, so that's $1 trillion. Yeah. Anyways, that's been my time. Catch y'all on the flip side.